As many clubs search for imminent deals in the January transfer window, others can now look to plan ahead given that pre-contracts are able to be signed with view to the summer for overseas players. As always, numerous stars are out of contract at the end of the season, and these often present interesting solutions for clubs that are searching for a potential bargain. Liverpool have taken advantage in the past. Gary McAllister, Markus Babbel, James Milner and Joel Matip all arriving at the club once their contracts elsewhere had expired. Let's take a look at some of the most interesting options this year. Luiz Age, 31 club, Chelsea. A somewhat surprising name is Luiz, the Brazilian defender currently at Chelsea. He's been a mainstay in Maurizio Sarri's first season so far and has been one of the London club's most consistent performers, but Chelsea's policy regarding player over the age of 30 is proving problematic. He's integral to Sarri's footballing approach, given that he favors possession play, but with vertical penetrative passing encouraged. Luiz is strong when tasked with making such passes, and alongside his possession game, he's rarely been caught out defensively this season. To praise him even further, Luiz has avoided poor decisions more so than his first stint in England, as well as becoming less involved in nonsensical situations on the field. For the clubs that are searching for a modern progressive centre-back as a short-term fix or a backup, Luiz is a solid option. Munir Age, 23 club, Barcelona. At the age of just 23, Munir is one of the youngest options available. Once hailed as one of Barcelona's biggest prospects, the Spaniard has gradually fell out of the limelight after a series of loan moves and now appears to need a fresh start to get his career back on track. Munir is a diverse attacker with a preference for the right side, and despite making just 4 dribbles per 90, he completes 71% of his attempts, which is a top-level rate. Many sides in the Premier League lack a creative threat in the final third, and Munir could certainly contribute in the right team. He averages 2.26 shots per 90 minutes, which demonstrates a desire to score rather than just create, so he would be worth a punt for teams that are needing goals. Yacine Brahimi Age, 28 club, Porto Brahimi is a player who's been linked to the Premier League numerous times over a number of years, with Chelsea, West Ham, Everton, and Newcastle all placed in the frame in the past. The interest in the Algerian is understandable, given his unpredictability in the attacking third of the pitch. He's a player that's fairly limited to the left wing, but by playing in that area for the majority of his career, he's essentially mastered many aspects of wing play. His career dribbling numbers are quite ridiculous, with 12 made per 90 minutes and a success rate of 74%, which is Neymar-esque production. For teams that are searching for a spark in attack, Brahimi certainly has the flair to contribute. Adrien Rabiot Age, 23 club, Paris Saint-Germain. Perhaps one of the most recognizable names on the list is Rabiot, the French midfielder who's currently at PSG. Rabiot is a top-quality asset, so to secure his services without a transfer fee would be a shrewd deal, and the fact that PSG have tried exhaustively to keep him highlights his level. It's highly likely that his wages would be extortionate, so he's an option for the big players in the market, but there's a definite argument that he's worth the investment. Rabiot is a very high-volume passer, with an average per 90 minutes of 72, indicating that he'd suit a controlling side, or perhaps a team looking to incorporate such a playing style. Hector Herrera Age, 28 club, Porto. It seems as though Hector Herrera has been around for decades, but the Porto midfielder is still just 28 years old. He's been in Portugal since 2013, but now looks set to leave for a new challenge, with Wolves and Arsenal rumoured to be tracking his signature. Despite being tipped to leave though, Herrera is still playing a solid amount of minutes for Porto, with over 2,000 accumulated so far this season, having started most matches. He's played as part of a midfield pairing for the most part in a 4-4-2 shape, and he's been able to do so because of his fairly all-around game. For clubs that are looking to add some endeavour and dynamism to their midfield, the Mexican could prove a clever choice on a free.